Coming up tonight on The Experience, I know that you have all heard the story about the Sweet Pea Animal Shelter. We're going to tell you about a benefit that is coming up, so an easy way for us to be able to give back and be able to help. And we begin with these wonderful culinary delights. It's getting to be time once again for Worcester's best chef, and we're very glad that Joel is here and Al is here. We'll hear about their restaurant coming up in just a moment, but Dominic, so that time of year, just around the corner.
Yeah.
Worcester's best chef. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect this year.
Hank, it's 9 years now. Can you imagine?
Wow.
9 years
That's
already.
something.
It's the 9th annual, and it's at Mechanics Hall, of course, again. And this year we're adding something a little new and different. We're bringing in addition to the sheath of the usual 20 of the region's best chef, which comes from, actually, if you think about it, all the way east, Natick, all the way west to about Sturbridge, and further down south, even into Connecticut. That's from whence all these chefs hail. We're also adding 10 terrific farmers, because there's this trend out there. It's not much a trend anymore. It's CSA, and it's basically a farm-to-table initiative that these terrific farmers are involved in. But they also supply their produce to the public, and so we're going to feature them at Worcester's Best Chef. We'll have 10 farmers there, in addition to the 20 chefs that are going to be joining us.
Well, that's
so
great.
That's kind of new and improved.
Yeah, exciting. As always, you have wonderful judges, and the people get to judge as well.
Yeah, what we love about the event is, and one year it happened where the judges voted in the exact same first, second, and third place order as the people. We have the People's Choice Award, which is your foodies out there in Central Mass. You come in and you vote your palate, as we like to say. And in addition to that, we have a panel of about a half a dozen judges that vote their palates. All the judging is done from the judges in an anonymous fashion. Nobody knows where the food comes from. Right. They don't know which chef prepared it. It comes out on a plain palette plate. Say that 3 times fast. And it goes in front of the judges, and then the announcement is made later on in the night. And of course, along with that, the People's Choice announcement is made.
I love it. All right, we've got Joel and Al here. Set this up a little bit about these wonderful chefs that you brought with us today, and then we'll get to talking about some of these creations.
Joel is great. He is from Five Loaves Cafe and Bakery in Spencer, Mass. Yep. And he's got a really nice twist on everything he makes, and we love to have guys like Joel at the competition because he's young, energetic, not too egotistical. Some of our chefs are, and that's the way of it. You know, chefs have a lot to boast
Chef
about.
Ramsay on TV. I thought that was the way that it was supposed to be, the way that it had to be. But before we get to Al, so Chef, tell us a little bit about what you brought today. Yours is the one right here in the middle.
Yeah, so I brought some swordfish tacos. It's yellow corn tortilla shells, pan-seared swordfish. I made a avocado and pineapple salsa, some white onions, and garlic and lime zest. Then there is a chili lime cream sauce, pickled red cabbage, cojita cheese, and a little scallion and cilantro garnish.
Wow. Now, when you put something like this together, what goes into the creative process? I mean, this is more than a fish taco, obviously.
Yeah, you really just got to dig deep and you know, use what you have for experience, use what you've seen, and going out to restaurants like his, you can grab ideas and put your own little twist to it.
All right. So you've also brought Chef Al here.
Exactly. Chef Al Makel's been on TV before. We've done a lot of different stuff together, and he's a veteran. He's the owner and executive chef at Evo Dining in Worcester, and a very familiar location. He specializes in organic and gluten-free cuisine as well, and he's a bit of a comedian too. He's fun, entertaining, and very, very talented. So I love working with Al on anything we do.
Listen, I mean, these are beautiful. Evo is beautiful. Was there just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it's one of certainly our family's favorite spots. What goes into the plating of the food?
A lot of it goes into the plating. Aside from developing your flavors and what ingredients you're putting on that plate, I like to think of color. I think the presentation. I think of height. I think of having the food nice and tight together, not just sporadically all over the plate. And it really kind of just comes to me. I mean, I really didn't know how I was plating any of these dishes when I came here today. Yeah. I just decided that's what was feeling right, and that's what I wanted to go with. So.
I like it. All right, well, describe these two dishes, and then I want to hear a little bit about your experience at Worcester's Best Chef.
Okay. This first dish we have here is a blackened salmon, and it's with a couscous, a Mediterranean-style couscous, and a sunflower sprout salad. And over here we have a tuna Napoleon, and it's avocado with wasabi-infused oil on tuna, and cilantro salted mango with a sunflower sprout topping. And we have a sweet soy drizzle and sriracha to give it a little bit of a kick.
Very nice. Now, how do you prepare for Worcester's Best Chef competition?
A lot of research. As Joel said, a lot of looking at other chefs' recipes and things that they do and trying to spark something in your mind that takes maybe what they've done and puts it to another level, or it's just seeing something that might spark an idea that may even go in a completely different direction. But a lot of it's research, a lot of it's soul searching, and a lot of it's just following that flavor profile and trying to find the perfect dish.
Hank has paid off for him too, because in 2012 he was the Worcester's Best Chef Iron Chef champion, and he served 2 years as a judge on our panel as a result of his win.
Fantastic. Now, are you looking forward, Josh, to the Iron Chef part of this? This is where they throw you the curveballs, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm very excited. Never done anything like this before, and yeah, it's going to be a great experience for me. Can't wait.
So now your preparation as somebody who hasn't really done this before.
Right.
I mean, what goes through your mind, and is it best, by the way, to sort of do you sort of go with I've got to keep it simple, or do you go with I'm up against all these other chefs, I've got to come up with something really fancy?
Well, you always hear simple is better, so I think I'm going to stick with the simple, and put my own little twist to it, and make sure it tastes delicious, looks beautiful, and make sure it tastes like a winner.
Dom, what's your advice to folks who are competing?
That's exactly what my advice is. And I'm not a chef, but I get my information from the chefs and the feedback that great chefs that have been at the event for these many years have told me, and that's and the judges as well. They always say keep it simple. You don't have to really spend a lot of money on ingredients like foie gras or filet mignon or anything like that. They want to keep it simple, and for sort of a case analysis, I point to Chris Ravesi from Ravesi's Ristorante in Sturbridge. In the first year, 2007, Chris won one of the categories, and he won with what you call braised oxtail. It's the tail of an ox, braised. And nobody in Worcester at that point in time had ever known what this is, and he won. It was so flavorful and delicious, and it was economical for him to use in a big venue like that where 1,100 people come, and he actually won. So I tell the chefs, keep it simple, look back, like Al was saying, like Josh was saying, look back to what it is you love about food, what got you motivated about this, this career you've chosen. What is it you want to really dig down into? What type of food do you love? Make it your best and give your signature to it. Give your personality on it, put your personality on it, and that's exactly what you'll come out with. You'll come out with something that wins every time.
We heard a little bit about Evo. Tell us a little bit about Five Loaves.
So Five Loaves Bakery is owned by Darren and Connie Colopy. Darren started the bread making, and Connie does the business side of it. And she also does a lot of the pastries and desserts for dinner. They opened up 13 years ago now, and 6 years ago they started doing, 9 years ago they started doing lunch, and 6 years ago they opened up for dinner. So,
this is, being a chef, in how many years now for you?
Oh man, almost 18, 19 years now.
How do you keep that? I mean, which you clearly still have. How do you keep that passion? Because it really is 24/7. It seems, especially if you own your own place.
No, absolutely. I think that to keep that passion, you have to have loved it from the day you started doing it. The amount of stress that comes from this position, the amount of work that comes from this position, the amount of sacrifice. If you don't love what you're doing, you'll never survive.
Yeah.
And you have to have that from day one.
Boy, I can imagine. Hey, we've got just a minute left. People have got to come out, obviously, to Worcester's Best Chef. What do they need to do?
Easy. Just go on the website, worcestersbestchef.com. Check it out. Check out the past winners. See their profiles, their photographs, and check out what's to come this year around, our 9th annual. It's going to be wonderful.
Boy, hey, can't wait to come to Worcester's Best Chef. Can't wait to check out Five Loaves that I hadn't had a chance to be at yet. And of course,
can't wait to have you.
One of the great places here in the city of Worcester. All right, we've got much more to come. It might take us a little while during the break, so if we're a little late coming back, you'll understand why. But much more to come on the Hank Stolz Experience.
Food, glorious food, hot sausage and mustard, while we're in the mood, cold jelly and custard.